just go into your own memory bank and you'll find your answers. How to direct children. And you don't need to direct children. You actually need to direct silly, stupid adults. Children don't need direction.
Amol, one can understand your commitment to the cause of the children, which is reflected across your kind of cinema. You know, various issues, various problems. You've been a problem solver. But how is it actually working with the children on the ground? You know, script writing is one thing. Yes, you are sensitive to the issues. You have that understanding that is required. But when you come to the ground and actually direct these children to act, how tough or easy is it for you? Because normally most filmmakers find it the toughest job in the world, but for you it seems to be amazingly simple.
You know, the biggest insult thrown on children
Mhm.
by the world and its uncles and aunts and Hollywood and every goddamn celebrated filmmaker in the world has made this insulting remark
Mhm.
that children and dogs, no. Directing children and dogs, no. I mean,
Mhm.
how dare you make such a statement? It shows your own incompetence and nothing else.
Mhm.
It shows your own insensitivity and inconsistency and nothing else. If you were a little bit more considerate, consistent, and sensitive, you wouldn't make a statement like that. It's a very, very offhand line and so well celebrated in the world, you know. Oh,
Mhm.
can't directing children and dogs is a nightmare. What are you talking? This is your species. It's
Mhm.
not some other species. You were a child. Just go into your own memory bank and you'll find your answers. How to direct children. And you don't need to direct children. You actually need to direct silly, stupid adults. Children don't need direction. I take direction from children, which
Mhm.
is why the truth emerges from every performance of every child in the frame that I set. It is because you are wasting a miracle that's happening in front of your eyes by demanding of the child your stupid thing.
Mhm.
And then the child cannot provide it. So then you blame the child. It's time to blame yourself as an adult filmmaking group to accede defeat that you don't have it in you and not the child. You understand?
Yeah.
I sit with children in all the films that I've made, and I've made films with not less than 5,000 children. First of
Mhm.
all, not a single child has lost a single day of school. Second
Mhm.
thing, these are like workshop hours with 2 recesses, so they never feel that they are on a film set,
Mhm.
which is why they enjoy it as a workshop would be in their own schools. Which is why I write subjects where I can include schools in the subject itself, so that I go to their mandir. They don't come to my set. And once they are in their own zone, they are extremely confident about the terra firma they walk on
Mhm.
because they know this is theirs. Or ye dadi wala jo hai, who calls himself the frog. I call myself Amol Frog, just for accessibility and friendliness.
Mhm.
बोला ये बेडूक मेंढक फ्रॉग आ गया फ्रॉगी 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 करके बुलाते हैं मुझे तो एक तो सबसे पहले दोस्ती बन ही जाती है उधर
Mhm.
एंड इफ यू रिस्पेक्ट देम दे विल रिस्पेक्ट यू आई डोंट टेक अ सिंगल पीस ऑफ स्क्रिप्ट पेपर एवर ऑन माय सेट
Mhm.
रट्टा नहीं मरवाता और
Okay.
आप भूल रहे हैं कि मैं खुद एक माहिर एक्टर हूँ at the FTI I've done 110 student films from year 1981 to 1993. You know, some of them have won national awards. Many have been accoladed as, you know, cult films. But
Yes.
having said that, before that, I was a theatre actor with Mahindra Joshi, who passed away
Mhm.
young. But as a college boy, I have been a star on Bombay student stage at the
Mhm.
university level, at the various experimental theatre levels. So I bring that to use. As an actor, if I can make you see what I need from you, then you can come into the spell of an actor and just repeat what the person did without
Mhm.
realizing that you're repeating. And you would imagine that is coming from you But actually, I know that in our rehearsal and our workshop, we already workshopped the scene without a piece of paper. So we made it like a friendship deal. So then I say, okay, Stanley, now you say it. Aman, you say this line. Let's see how this happens, how that happens. It becomes alive. And I don't keep my set heavy. I don't rely on huge lights and everything. So I don't want to make it claustrophobic for children on set. It should be friendly. Stanley, we made with just me on set. My the camera person was Amol Gupte, my namesake, who was earlier my still photographer friend, and my assistant in Taare Zameen Par, with just a 7D camera, him and a celebrated sound recordist Madhu Apsara, who's done Money Calls, most of his films. He's a National Award winning sound recordist. Just the three of us on set. Not a single light put in the classroom. Not a single light put in Stanley ka Dabba. Not a single light. So whatever we said, okay, in the morning the light comes from here. Let's shoot for 2 hours in the morning. In 2 hours, we built 6, 7 scenes. People take 7 days to build one scene.
Yeah.
Because the children are giving. They are free. They are not being mic'd. Madhu is actually standing with the boom himself and strapped on with a deva. So when I see this kind of commitment from just 2 of my brothers, so there are 3 on set. There are 2 apprentices who are just looking after the, the education and the entertainment of the other children who are in hold, showing them a Charlie Chaplin film, showing them a Buster Keaton film, showing them Pater Panchali. And children do receive that. So it becomes a theatre and cinema studies workshop from which I'm able to pull out films. Be it Hawa Hawai, be it Stanley Ka Dabba, be it Sniff. I did it with 3 different educational institutions. Even Taare Zameen Par was done with the help of the Panchgani School, New Era, and St. Xavier's Bombay. So what happens is I build communities. First, I create the communities so that every creature in the frame is a truthful creature. He is not from the junior artist Dabba.